from Curtistown, and I haven't been down to the community center here in quite a while. But 20 to 25 years ago, we used to meet here every week for 7 years. The Big Island Rainforest Action Group, and often Pahoa Defense Fund, Pahoa Community Center. And in the course of that struggle there, it seems like we're replaying things. There were plans for 500 megawatts of geothermal in the Waukeleo-Puna rainforest with a big undersea cable to Oahu to make Waikiki look a little more like Vegas. They were going to sacrifice the last remaining rainforest. It was a natural area reserve. And at the stroke of a legislative pen, that rainforest went from the highest protected status into industrial development. And over the course of several years, we had 500 to 1,000 people arrested for nonviolent civil disobedience. 182 in one day, the largest civil disobedience in the history of Hawaii. But eventually that rainforest was saved, thanks mainly to the Pahoa Defense Fund, but a number of the Puna residents. On my way down here tonight, I heard on the radio that there's a bill pushing through the legislature again for a big undersea cable. And what it said on the news was that in the event of failure and blackout, it won't be the investors that suffer, it won't be HECO or HELCO, it'll be the ratepayers. And what it smacked to me as another bailout, just like the Wall Street bankers, and that we're being set up to cover their okolis again. And I would say, the big question I have for you, Billy, is, I don't know where you were 20, 25 years ago, but I know you weren't walking with us in the rainforest, you weren't arrested with us. But I'd say this, what have you learned from that struggle? Now, wait a minute, let me finish up here.
Okay, just waiting for the question.
All right.
Let me know where you found.
That's the key one.
Let me know where you found.
What have you learned from this struggle? The one thing I'd say is, instead of running off to the Philippines, you should be talking to Palikapu Deadman, Pahoa Defense Fund, and Native Hawaiian people that see desecration by drilling into Pele, and to the communities to say, what's our best options? Here, let's really look at this situation. Instead of railroading this down our throats, that's what's happening. And I don't like it.
You got it. I'll tell you what I did. When I was hitchhiking every day from college, so I could help my Puna that I grew up in out here. When I graduated from law school and was a commencement speaker, everybody wanted to invite distinguished speakers to my graduation at the William S. Richardson School of Law. I hitchhike every day, Jim, from down here in Kalapana. I don't know how too many guys when hitchhike forget their education down here in Kalapana, but I did every day. And I work landscaping, build stone walls, I'm working on pizza parlor in KL, non-stop, to put myself through college, because my family never had money in Puna. And I like to protect my Puna too, Jim. But you know who I'm going to invite for speaking at my graduation? I'm going to call out Palikapu Deadman, so he could come and honor us at my graduation at my law school, because I wanted to share that knowledge and that wisdom of a fisherman who had to lay down his net and take his case all the way to the Hawaii Supreme Court and win. That's what I did, Jim. And you know where I went after that? Native Hawaiian Legal Corp. You know where I went after that? I worked at Sierra Club. Who shut down the spaceport in Kau, Jim? One law student who worked for Casey Jarman. I wrote the research and shut down the spaceport in Kau. That's why I was in charge of Puna. I did that. I went Legal Aid Society, and then I went to the Public Defender's Office, Jim. I never worked for your Wall Street or corporate America. I worked for public interest law my whole life. That's why I'm standing on the side of the road and ran for office, for protecting island. But I aloha your question. But thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell you what I would learn from Palikapu then. Mahalo. Thank you.
Why hasn't there been any discussions with the people about the geothermal rather than doing it behind the scenes?
Nobody doing nothing behind the back. I've been coming to every community meeting. Always said we had a geothermal work group. I've had one community group working together. They spent 2 years putting together one report. We're right here in Puna. I'm not going anywhere. Nobody's speaking anything behind anybody's back. The only thing The only thing going on behind back is shadows. Nothing going on behind nobody's back.
Okay, then how many plants are you gonna build? If there's nothing secret, how many are you gonna build?
I don't know how many we're gonna build, because I don't know what we're going. Hey, wait. But you asked one question, I gave you one answer.
You don't know.
We don't know what the capacity is. I want to see what 700 megawatts looks like.
Okay.
I
don't wanna
sit
go out
down,
of turn.
I just
I
said.
don't wanna go out of turn. I'll wait for my turn. I got
Hey, no, hey, Bob. Don't make me fine, bro. I'm sitting right here. You're not going anywhere. I can sit
But
right
that's
here with
hard
you
to
all night.
listen to that,
Stop.
bro.
Give everybody one chance, bro. This is your fourth time already interrupting. We can go one-on-one. Me and you on the side.
No, I
Stop
wanna go with the
interrupting
community.
and taking
I
away
wanna
these
go with
people's
the
turn.
Let's stick with the
So,
order
who's
we
next?
got trained.
Oh, yeah, right back there. Go ahead.
How's it going, guys? My name is David Moreno. I grew up in Kohala. I'm a solar installer and organic farmer. I grew up here my whole life. Everyone I know that I grew up with cannot buy a house. Everyone I know cannot pay electricity. Everyone I know has no future. My nephew Tim, right here, his mom every month pays $600 a month for electricity. She has a job. She can barely get by. My mom owns a bed and breakfast, struggling every month. My friend Ryan, who owns Holy's Bakery, who's been in business